Welcome to video 16 for chapter 6, Bone, for Anatomy and Physiology. In this video, we're going to look at calcium homeostasis. So we're going to have a feedback cycle here for blood calcium levels. So we need to maintain a certain level of calcium in our blood because calcium is important for muscles to function and the heart to function. So we need about 10 milligrams of calcium ions per 100 milliliters of blood, or 100 milliliters of blood is a deciliter. So with that, we can have different stimulus that causes blood calcium levels to rise. We can have some that cause our body to have low calcium levels. So we're going to do a stimulus here with falling blood calcium levels. So this is your thyroid gland. And this is the back side or the dorsal view of your thyroid gland. And it's hard to see in this diagram, but there are four little masses of tissue on the back of your thyroid gland called parathyroid glands. And these are endocrine glands. So they have a rich blood supply. And if we have falling blood calcium levels, we have something that's monitoring this, and the parathyroid glands are stimulated, and we end up secreting something called PTH, which is parathyroid hormone, or PTH, is secreted. And that goes to three different target tissues. So this is released into the blood. It goes to all parts of your body, but it's going to focus on three different things. One is blood, or your bones. So we know that bones have a rich blood supply. So what this does to bone is it increases osteoclast activity. So we're going to break down some bone, which is going to cause your blood calcium level to rise. The other thing that it does is it goes to your kidney. So in your kidney, it increases calcium absorption. So your blood, as it's being filtered, it'll cause a little bit more increase. And that also stimulates your intestines to increase calcium plus 2 uptake. And in order for that to occur, you have to have vitamin D, like we talked about before. So you increase the amount of calcium that's uptake by your kidneys, actually release a hormone, but we don't have to talk about that right now. So these in total will cause your blood calcium levels to rise, all because of an increase in parathyroid hormone that is released. So there is an increase in that. So the second thing, if we are going to have a higher blood calcium level, that's not good either. We want to maintain about the same amount. So now we have a different view. This is not the back side of your thyroid. This is the front view of it. And here we have the thyroid gland. And it is stimulated to increase something called calcitonin, which is another hormone produced by the thyroid. So it increases calcitonin hormone, which causes a decrease in osteoclast activity and a decrease in calcium uptake by the kidneys. So that means that we're not going to be breaking down any more bone, and we're not going to be reabsorbing calcium from the kidneys. We'll be able to excrete any calcium that we don't need, and then the blood calcium levels are going to decline. We also have a decrease in PTH that occurs because it is no longer being stimulated. So that's a secondary effect. So parathyroid hormone increases calcium in the blood. Calcitonin reverses that. So we end up with an interplay of these two hormones being secreted by different glands that helps us maintain a certain level of calcium in the body.